inside an old fire hall in Middletown, Maryland, between when it operated as the local station and when the Poffenbarger family turned it into a whiskey distillery. Kiki Rice, along with Sailor Poffenbarger, an AAU teammate, discovered a basketball laboratory. COVID-19 had closed gyms in 2020, so for about 10 months starting that fall, Rice used the converted building as a hub to cycle through shooting drills with Poffenbarger and Larry Gray, their trainer. They maximized that window of Rice's development, the early years of high school when recruiting visits and scholarship offers would give way to one final decision. Rice, the cousin of Knicks executive Allen Houston and the niece of President Joe Biden's former domestic policy advisor, Susan Rice, wouldn't decide on UCLA for another year. The Bruins' eventual run to the Sweet 16, which continues Saturday against number 3 seed LSU in Albany, would be a byproduct of this. For those months, Rice fine-tuned the jumper and other skills that made her a foundational piece of Sidwell Friends School's nationally ranked teams, and since, she's led a similar rise at UCLA, with the program inching closer to an elusive Final Four appearance. Rice, though, has also carved out a place in the future of the sport. She's only a sophomore. There are 2 more seasons before she could become a top pick in the WNBA draft. In October 2022, Rice inked the first ever nil deal with Jordan Brand. In May, she'll be one of 3 women's basketball players, alongside Iowa's Caitlin Clark and South Carolina's Camila Cardoso, featured in ESPN's Full Court Press series. If I had been 10 years older and played college basketball a few years ago, I don't know how different my experience would have been, Rice told reporters in Los Angeles last week. They're the perks of being a rising star in the modern landscape of the sport, and they've coincided with the Bruins team in the midst of a special season. It's definitely hard to imagine a more perfect storm, T.O. Rice, her brother and a Yale guard, told the Post. Although there may be competitors on the court, players like Angel Reese, Juju Watkins, Caitlin Clark, my sister as well, all bring their own buzz. And collectively, they just totally, exponentially increased the amount of attention on women's basketball, women's sports. As a freshman, Rice collected 11.6 points, 4.5 rebounds and 3.0 assists per game, and that built the foundation for a 2023-24 campaign when the Bruins peaked at number 2 in the AP Top 25 poll and didn't lose until January 14. The Bruins didn't need Rice, 13.2 points per game, to be their leading scorer. They have Lauren Betts, 14.9, and Charisma Osborne, 14.1, for that, too. But at times, like in the round of 32 when Rice scored 17 seconds half points, they needed the 5'11" point guard to take over. Those were the moments she'd been training for.